Number 3, alkalize. So how did we alkalize? Can you drink sodium bicarbonate? All you'll do is alkalize your stomach. And you don't want your stomach alkalized because your stomach should be acid to break down your food. That's the only part in the body that should be acid is your stomach. If someone has throat cancer, stomach cancer, I suggest they do drink the sodium bicarbonate early in the morning and just before they go to bed, because sodium bicarbonate only alkalizes what it touches. The only other time that sodium bicarbonate might be taken into the body, unless you're an oncologist like Dr. Tullio Simoncini and you can inject it in, the only other time would be to take it as an enema if someone had cancer in the lower part of their colon. Because remember, it just alkalizes what it touches. But what you can do, you can take foods and drinks that alkalize. And one of the most alkalizing drinks you can take is green drinks. Now what we do at Misty Mountain, because we've got a big garden, we gather wild greens, anything edible. Usually about 4 at a time. Maybe about 4 cups of wild greens, blend it with 4 cups of water till the water's green, strain it, and then we give it to our guests who are here to conquer cancer. We give them a litre to drink all through the day. Just tastes like grass. So we usually put mint in it, or sometimes we'll put lemon balm in it, or sometimes we'll put lemongrass in it just so it tastes a little bit better. Just like drinking grass. Now, if you don't have a lovely garden and a lot of land like I do, and in my book, the recipe, I call it the Great Green Drink. You can use chlorophyll, because these greens, they are so high in minerals that they alkalize. You can also take barley green. That doesn't look right. I think it's EY. Yes. Barley green. You can buy products called super greens, wheatgrass, spirulina, all the greens. The greens are incredibly high in minerals. They're alkalizing minerals, and when you drink them, it comes into the tissues and it alkalizes. The most acid-forming foods are meat, sugar, caffeine, alcohol. In my book I've got a chapter called The Acid-Alkaline Balance where I list them. The most alkaline foods are your vegetables. So lots of vegetables. Eating lots of vegetables every day, no limit on the vegetables. So that's how you can alkalize, keep away from the acid-forming foods. Now there are some foods that are acid-forming, like your rice, like your walnuts, your pecans, black-eyed peas. There are some acid foods, but to get the correct balance, we need to be taking about 80 to 90% alkaline foods and about 10 to 20% acid-forming foods. So it's perfectly fine to have a little bit of those foods that are on the acid line, as long as most of your food is from the alkaline. Another thing we do to help alkalize is we do the sodium bicarbonate wraps. With the sodium bicarbonate wraps, we take approximately 2 kilos of sodium bicarbonate. You can buy it in 20 kilo bags from the produce store, 5 litres of boiling water, and about a third of a cup of lemon juice. And we get towels. And then we wring the towel out and we wrap a leg and then cover it. Wrap another leg, cover it. Wrap the torso, so the whole body's wrapped in the sodium bicarbonate. And what happens in that hot, moist environment, and we cover with wool, you must keep it warm. I didn't know this for about a year, but it is demonstrated on YouTube. I was in Invercargill about 4 years ago, and an Indian doctor had asked me to go there, and he asked me to demonstrate it. And his wife, who's a nursing director, and his 15-year-old son, she helped me, and then we wrapped the son. Anyway, I was talking to someone about 10 months later. They said, we're doing the wraps. I said, how do you know how to do the wraps? She said, it's just up on YouTube. I said, it's on YouTube? So it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. Bit of work to do it, and ideally, I don't let anyone do it at our retreat until I've trained them, because it's important to do it properly, to not let air get to anything. But it alkalizes through the skin. We also, at our retreat, have a hyperbaric chamber. A hyperbaric chamber, puts oxygen into the body. Henry's law states that under pressure, more gas goes into a liquid, and the gas is oxygen, and the liquid, of course, is the body tissues, the blood. So in this little hyperbaric chamber, it's like a little circular tent. We zip it up and pump the pure oxygen in, and they're usually lying in that for an hour. I know the health retreat at Eden, it's called Eden Valley at Loveland, Colorado. I know that they do the hyperbaric chamber. So this is what we did with Elizabeth Cott. So you can see we're giving her all the conditions that cancer hates. So our aim was to create an environment in Elizabeth's body that cancer cannot survive. The body and the body alone is the effective healer. And if given the right conditions, it will.